common right now to find somebody who has paid maybe $60,000 or $65,000 for a very high-end pickup truck. Well, even the average pickup truck now is going to be crossing over that $50,000 barrier.
Some pickup trucks are living on borrowed time, and if you're thinking about buying them in 2025, you're making a huge mistake. There are pickups that have ruled the market for years, but now they're showing their age, and it's not pretty. These trucks once stood for strength and reliability, but today they're overpriced, underperforming, and rapidly losing market share. If you're about to pull the trigger on any of these, think again. Why are these pickups losing their appeal? What's gone wrong in their design? And why are dealerships struggling to move them off the lot? Keep watching to learn the truth behind these dying trucks. Ford F-150, crowned as the unrivaled monarch of American pickup trucks until now. Once a symbol of rugged reliability and working-class pride, the Ford F-150 is showing serious cracks in its armor heading into the year 2025. For nearly 5 decades, it ruled the roads, dominated job sites, and anchored Ford's reputation for toughness. But that legacy is now at risk. Buyers are turning away, and the numbers paint a grim picture that cannot be ignored. The Ford F-150 now suffers from a bloated lineup with too many trims, too many powertrains, and far too many bells and whistles. From hybrid electric variants to hands-free driving features, complexity has overtaken clarity. The base model starts above $36,000 United States dollars, while top-tier versions soar beyond $80,000 United States dollars. That is a hard sell in today's economy, especially when the original F-Series promise was about affordability and strength, not luxury and confusion. Even loyal Ford customers are second-guessing their purchase. Complaints about declining reliability, frustrating infotainment systems, and expensive repairs are piling up. Dealers are sitting on inventory for up to 3 months, and even longer for high-trim models. Incentives are rising, discounts, 0.9% financing, and customer cash bonuses are now required just to keep sales afloat. The Ford F-150 is not just in trouble, it is in transition. It must decide whether to return to its roots or continue chasing a bloated, unsustainable image. Only time will tell. But for now, buying a Ford F-150 in 2025 is a risky move for anyone who still believes in what this truck used to stand for. And if the mighty has started to stumble, just wait until you see the mid-size sibling stuck in no man's land. If you've spotted any of these dying trucks in your neighborhood, hit the like button and drop a comment below. Your stories help expose the truth, and someone out there might avoid a costly mistake because of you. Ford Ranger, long hailed as the benchmark for budget-friendly utility, it now finds itself awkwardly stranded between giants. Reintroduced to the United States market in the year 2019 after an 8-year hiatus, the Ford Ranger was supposed to fill a much-needed void between compact and full-size trucks, but as of the year 2025, that plan has backfired. The Ford Ranger is now a textbook example of a truck that lost its place and its purpose in a rapidly shifting marketplace. The all-new redesign for model year 2024 brought more power, more technology, and higher prices. But instead of winning back hearts, it left buyers scratching their heads. Starting above $34,000 United States dollars and climbing beyond $50,000 United States dollars for upper trims, the Ford Ranger now competes directly with the more capable Ford F-150, while simultaneously undercut by the more affordable and wildly popular Ford Maverick. Its powertrain options, which include a turbocharged 2.3-liter 4-cylinder engine and an optional 2.7-liter 6-cylinder engine, offer decent performance on paper. However, in reality, the Ford Ranger delivers neither the refinement of a crossover nor the brute strength of a full-size pickup. Add in awkward proportions, limited cab configurations, and an identity crisis, and you get a truck nobody's sure they really need. Sales have slipped, dealer lots are filling up, and early reviews of the redesign are mixed at best. Simply put, the Ford Ranger has become a truck designed for a market that does not exist, and when your own siblings are eating your lunch, extinction might just be inevitable. And if the mighty has started to stumble, just wait until you see the mid-size sibling stuck in no man's land. Toyota Tacoma, celebrated for years as the undefeated ruler of the mid-size pickup world, the outgoing third generation of the Toyota Tacoma is now facing a steep fall from grace. Introduced in the year 2015 for the model year 2016, this truck had a near mythical reputation for reliability, off-road toughness, and unbeatable resale value. For years, it sold faster than dealers could stock it, often commanding sticker price with no discounts and long waiting lists. But that dominance is rapidly fading as the all-new fourth-generation Toyota Tacoma arrives in the year 2016. 2024. Suddenly, the aging third generation feels outdated in every possible way. From its cramped interior to its underpowered engine choices, it is no longer competitive in a market that has moved on. Even loyal Toyota customers are hesitating, with sales of the outgoing model dropping by over 40% as consumers wait for the upgraded version. The third generation Toyota Tacoma offers either a 2.7-liter four-cylinder engine producing 159 horsepower or a 3.5-liter six-cylinder engine delivering 278 horsepower. While those figures were once acceptable, today they pale in comparison to what competitors now offer. Add in poor fuel economy, a rough ride, and dated interior tech, and you get a truck that feels stuck in the past. With dealers now offering cash incentives for the first time in years, it is clear the magic has worn off. In 2025, buying the third-generation Toyota Tacoma is like paying full price for yesterday's news. And while the old guard fades, its full-size brother proves that even legends can lose their way. Toyota Tundra, famed for its legendary reliability and fiercely loyal following. This full-size pickup truck is now struggling to hold its ground in the American market. The latest generation, introduced in the model year 2022, was Toyota's boldest attempt yet to challenge the domestic giants. It brought a brand new platform, twin-turbocharged six-cylinder engines, and even a hybrid powertrain. But in trying to modernize, Toyota may have alienated the very customers that kept the Tundra alive for over 2 decades. For many longtime buyers, the most unforgivable sin was killing the legendary naturally aspirated 5.7-liter 8-cylinder engine. Replacing it with smaller, turbocharged 6-cylinder units promised more torque and better efficiency on paper, but it also introduced complexity, turbo lag, and growing concerns about long-term durability. When you ask hard-working truck owners to put their faith in twin turbos and high-voltage battery packs, you are making a big bet, and Toyota is finding out that trust is not easily rebuilt. Add in multiple reliability issues, including technical service bulletins for turbo wastegate actuators and infotainment malfunctions, and confidence has eroded even faster. Despite offering impressive specs like a maximum towing capacity of 12,000 pounds and up to 583 pound-feet of torque in the hybrid model, the Tundra is no longer the obvious choice for dependable, long-lasting utility. Sales are down, inventory is climbing, and incentives are rising, an unusual scenario for any Toyota truck. In the year 2025, buyers should think twice before committing to a Tundra that costs more, promises more, but may not deliver more. Now, if Japan's boldest V8 killer is losing steam, imagine the fate of a rival that never found its lane. Nissan Titan. For 20 years, it roared as Japan's most daring challenger in the fiercely guarded arena of full-size American pickup trucks. Introduced in the year 2004, the Titan was designed to challenge the dominance of domestic heavyweights like the Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverado, and Ram 1500. Built in Mississippi and engineered for the American buyer, it had muscle, size, and even a powerful V8 engine. But by the year 2025, the Nissan Titan is not just struggling, it is officially being laid to rest. Nissan will end Titan production by summer of 2024 with no successor planned. Sales in 2023 fell over 70%, dropping below 20,000 units, an amount Ford's F-Series can sell in less than 1 week nationwide. The Titan's 5.6-liter V8 engine delivers 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. Impressive on paper, but clearly not enough. Even the tweener Titan XD variant, positioned between light-duty and heavy-duty classes, failed to gain traction. The diesel option was discontinued years ago due to poor demand. Despite offering generous warranties, respectable towing, and decent tech, the Titan never overcame the power of brand loyalty. American truck buyers never gave it a chance. Now, sitting on lots for over 6 months, it exits the market not with a bang, but a whisper. While some trucks vanish quietly, others blur the line so much they forget what they were meant to be. Honda Ridgeline, a rebel in a world of conformity. This truck danced to its own rhythm until the year 2025, when the music abruptly stopped. When it first launched back in the year 2005, the Ridgeline defied convention with its unibody construction, car-like ride quality, and clever features like the in-bed trunk and dual-action tailgate. It was never meant to compete with the heavy-duty, full-size workhorses. Instead, it carved out a niche as the thinking man's pickup, a crossover in a truck's clothing. But now, that niche has all but vanished. Even with updated styling and rugged packages, the Honda Ridgeline failed to sway traditional truck buyers. Its 5,000-pound towing capacity and 3.5-liter engine fall short of expectations, lacking the toughness and credibility demanded in today's fiercely competitive truck market. Sales are plummeting, with Honda dealerships reporting unsold inventory sitting for months, an unusual situation for a brand known for tight supply and strong resale value. Price-conscious buyers now have better options with more capability, while adventure seekers flock to more off-road ready models. Meanwhile, the Ridgeline finds itself in no man's land, too truck-like for crossover buyers and too soft for truck purists. Without any confirmed plans for a next-generation replacement, Honda appears to be slowly retreating from the pickup space. In 2025, the Honda Ridgeline stands not as a bold innovator, but as a fading experiment whose time has run out. And just when you thought a Wrangler with a bed would crush it, reality throws dirt in the gears. Jeep Gladiator. On paper, it looked like the perfect recipe. Take the iconic Jeep Wrangler, stretch it out, add a pickup bed, and give buyers the best of both worlds. When it launched in the year 2019, anticipation was sky high. Jeep fans flooded showrooms, and dealers were charging markups that soared well over 10,000 United States dollars. For a brief moment, it seemed like the Gladiator would become the ultimate lifestyle truck, but by the year 2025, the excitement has turned into inventory headaches and evaporating resale values. The Gladiator tries to blend truck utility with Wrangler fun, but fails at both. Its 5-foot bed lacks usefulness, and the ride is rough. With prices starting above $41,000, it lacks the refinement expected at that premium level. Under the hood, you will find either a 3.6-liter 6-cylinder engine producing 285 horsepower or an optional 3-liter turbo diesel engine with 442 pound-feet of torque. Impressive on paper, but in practice, real-world performance does not justify the price tag. Meanwhile, rivals offer smoother rides, better tech, and more towing at lower cost. Sales have plummeted, incentives are growing, and Jeep has hinted that a major overhaul or outright cancellation is on the table. The Gladiator may have started as a dream truck, but in 2025, it has become a misfit in a crowded market. That off-road poser tried to play tough. Now let's talk about a truck that went luxury and lost its soul. GMC Canyon. Positioned as the upscale outlier in the mid-size pickup arena, it promised to merge rugged performance with refined styling and professional-grade features. Redesigned in the model year 2023, alongside its twin, the Chevrolet Colorado, the General Motors Company Canyon entered the market with bold ambitions. But by the year 2025, it is painfully clear that this truck has missed the mark. Buyers are not lining up, and inventory is stacking up on dealer lots across the country. The General Motors Company Canyon aims to separate itself with higher-end trims like the AT4 and Denali, offering leather upholstery, digital instrument clusters, and off-road tech packages. It is powered by a turbocharged 2.7-liter 4-cylinder engine, producing 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, numbers that look solid on spec sheets. But even with this muscle, the Canyon still struggles to justify its price tag. With a starting price near 39,000 United States dollars and climbing past 55,000 with options, the General Motors Company Canyon nears full-size truck territory. Buyers question its value, as performance and towing fail to clearly outshine the competition. Sales have declined year over year, and dealers now rely on hefty incentives just to move units. For a truck meant to raise the bar, the General Motors Company Canyon finds itself without a clear audience in a market that rewards either true luxury or undeniable value. Badge prestige can only go so far, especially when your own twin undercuts you at every turn. Chevrolet Colorado. Praised for years as the go-to choice for no-frills utility, this mid-size pickup has now become a cautionary tale of what happens when a brand loses touch with its core buyers. When the redesigned Chevrolet Colorado hit the market in the model year 2023, expectations were high. It had modern looks, new technology, improved powertrains, and bold ambitions to challenge the Toyota Tacoma's dominance. But by the year 2025, the reality is hard to ignore. Sales have fallen, enthusiasm has cooled, and buyers are heading elsewhere. The Chevrolet Colorado's turbocharged 2.7-liter engine offers up to 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. It tows 7,700 pounds, and the ZR2 trim adds off-road tech, but high pricing overshadows its strong performance credentials. The problem begins at the showroom. General Motors eliminated the affordable base trim, pushing the starting price to over 30,000 United States dollars. Fully loaded versions can exceed 50,000 United States dollars, placing it dangerously close to full-size territory. And for many buyers, that leap in price does not come with a leap in value. Worse yet, the extended cab configuration was removed, limiting flexibility. Dealers report growing inventories, and incentives are increasing. The Chevrolet Colorado is not a bad truck, but it is no longer the budget-friendly workhorse it used to be. In 2025, it finds itself caught in a pricing no man's land. One badge down, another bruised. Now we look at a full-sizer that's slipping right through the cracks. Chevrolet Silverado 1500. For generations, it embodied the backbone of American grit. Reliable, hard-working, and trusted by farmers, builders, and families from coast to coast. But as we enter the year 2025, 2025, the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 is facing a quiet but serious crisis. Despite being one of General Motors' top-selling vehicles, sales are slipping, customer satisfaction is waning, and competitors are closing the gap fast. At first glance, the Silverado offers strong credentials. A wide range of engine options includes everything from a turbocharged 2.7-liter four-cylinder to a massive 6.2-liter eight-cylinder power plant with 420 horsepower. Maximum towing capacity reaches 13,300 pounds, and payload peaks at 2,280 pounds. These are impressive numbers, but specs alone cannot hide deeper problems. Despite a mid-cycle refresh in the year 2022 that improved the interior and added updated tech, many buyers still see the Silverado as less refined than its rivals. Hard plastics dominate the cabin, and the overall design lacks the polish found in the Ram 1500 or the Ford F-150. Meanwhile, upper trims like the High Country have crept well past $70,000 United States dollars, raising eyebrows among buyers who once turned to Chevrolet for solid value. Dealer inventories are growing, and discounts of up to $4,500 United States dollars are now commonplace. Once the go-to truck for hardworking Americans, the Chevrolet Silverado 1500 is at risk of becoming an afterthought in a crowded field. And while GM tries to steady its flagship, Ford's electric gamble is already feeling the shock. Ford F-150 Lightning, it was supposed to be the future of the pickup truck, bold, electrified, and built for the working class. When it was first announced, the hype was massive. Ford received over 200,000 reservations, and headlines proclaimed it a game-changer. But by the year 2025, the reality has landed hard. The Ford F-150 Lightning is no longer the hero of the electric revolution. It is a truck in trouble. The Lightning delivers up to 580 horsepower, 775 pound-feet of torque, and a 0 to 60 time under 4 seconds. It tows 10,000 pounds and offers advanced features, but real-world performance falls short of expectations. Towing severely cuts the driving range by 50% or more. Charging infrastructure is still spotty, especially in rural areas. And the price? The base Pro trim now starts near $55,000 United States dollars, while higher trims like the Platinum can soar past $90,000 United States dollars. That is luxury car territory for a truck that was meant to democratize electric power. Sales have declined, incentives are climbing, and Ford has scaled back production. The dream of the electric working-class pickup is fading. In the year 2025, the Ford F-150 Lightning feels more like a luxury experiment than a dependable tool. Electrons alone can't save a pickup, so let's take it to the extreme with a truck that went all in and overboard. GMC Hummer electric vehicle. Unveiled with thunderous fanfare, this colossal machine was cast as the ultimate status symbol, a futuristic supertruck reviving the infamous Hummer legacy with electric muscle and battlefield swagger. It promised to be everything the old Hummer was and more, but cleaner, faster, and smarter. Yet by the year 2025, the General Motors Company Hummer electric vehicle has gone from revolutionary to irrelevant, a bloated monument to excess in an era demanding practicality. With 3 electric motors producing 1,000 horsepower and 1,200 pound-feet of torque, the Hummer electric vehicle sprints to 60 in 3 seconds. Yet its 9,000-pound weight and $110,000 price make it wildly impractical. Its sheer weight raises serious concerns. The vehicle consumes electricity at an alarming rate, reducing its environmental credibility. Parking, tire wear, and even garage floor safety become real problems. Worse, very few people actually want it. Dealerships report some models sitting unsold for over 240 days. Sales numbers are stagnant despite increased production capacity, and General Motors is reluctant to offer incentives to move inventory. In the end, the General Motors Company Hummer electric vehicle is less a truck and more a six-figure toy for the ultra-wealthy. It is an electric dinosaur in a world moving toward efficiency. And now, from electric excess, we turn to a dinosaur that's somehow still roaming dealership lots. Ram 1500 Classic, defying time and logic. This truck clings stubbornly to dealership lots long after its relevance has faded. Originally launched in the year 2009, this previous generation pickup was supposed to be phased out when the all-new 5th generation Ram 1500 debuted in the model year 2019. Instead, Stellantis, formerly Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, kept it alive as a budget-friendly alternative. But by the year 2025, it is clear that the Ram 1500 Classic is no longer an affordable choice. It is an outdated liability. With an interior design over 15 years old, the Ram Ram Classic lacks modern features like adaptive cruise control or lane keeping assist. Outdated tech, cheap materials, and high prices, even with deep discounts, make it hard to compete in today's truck market. Power comes from either a 3.6-liter six-cylinder engine, producing 305 horsepower, or a 5.7-liter eight-cylinder engine, making 395 horsepower. Towing maxes out at 10,680 pounds, which is respectable, but capability alone cannot make up for a platform that feels stuck in the early 2010s. Fleet buyers and value hunters once kept it alive, but even they are now moving on, with production likely ending by the close of 2024. The Ram 1500 Classic is finally reaching the end of the road. Outdated but still alive for now. But even the newer version of this legend is losing traction fast. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, hit subscribe now. We dig into what the automakers won't say, and trust me, you'll want to be first to know which vehicles are next. Smart buyers stay ahead. Don't be the last to learn. Ram 1500, current generation. Introduced as the gold standard of comfort, sophistication, and innovation, this full-size truck reshaped the very definition of what a modern work vehicle could be. Launched in the model year 2019, it stunned the market with its smooth ride, luxurious interior, and clever features like the Rambox cargo management system and available air suspension. For a time, it even outsold the Chevrolet Silverado and posed a serious threat to the Ford F-150. But as we reach the year 2025, the momentum has slowed and the cracks are beginning to show. Now in its sixth model year without a full redesign, the current Ram 1500 is beginning to feel its age. While rivals are introducing new generations or major overhauls, Ram has relied on minor refreshes to stay relevant. The result? A truck that was once ahead of its time now risks falling behind. Buyers are noticing. Sales have dropped by over 15% year over year, and dealer inventories are starting to pile up, particularly for higher trims like Laramie and Limited. Engine options include a 3.6-liter six-cylinder engine with mild hybrid assist and a 5.7-liter eight-cylinder engine with or without the same system. Both deliver respectable power and towing, but neither feels cutting edge anymore. Meanwhile, the promised electric Ram, the Ram Revolution, has generated less buzz than expected. With increased incentive spending, delayed innovation, and rising competition, the current generation Ram 1500 is at a crossroads. Once the class leader, it now faces the very real danger of becoming just another option. This is the final warning. The kings of the road are not safe forever. Choose wisely. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most buyers. Now do one more smart thing. Hit that subscribe button. We break down the real stories behind the vehicles, the numbers, and the marketing spin. Don't get fooled at the lot. Stay informed, stay sharp, and stay one step ahead, because the next bad buy is already being built.